Okay, for today's video, I am going to show you how to make a dinosaur that's a little more advanced than the other two that I've done. This is the third video in my Good, Better, Best series. So for this, we're going to need 3 260 green, 1 160 green, 1 white 260, you can use a piece of scrap if you have it, and 1 5-inch. So just like we did in the previous video, number 2, we're going to make the dinosaur head. And we'll start off by making one of the cheeks, kind of pass that through so it stays. And then in the back of the head I like to have a pinch twist, and that will help hold the head stable as we move along. Next we'll do another flower petal about that same size there. So we end up with something like this. Next what we'll do is we'll grab our white. We're not going to use the whole thing, so we don't need it inflated very much. But we're going to wrap that in here, around that pinch twist and kind of around the bubbles, just enough so it doesn't come undone. And then this is going to be the eyes. So we'll make one bubble about 2 inches or so. You can make it bigger if you want to have taller eyes. Doesn't really matter. And then we're going to twist it with this green one here. So we end up with this. And then we just want to duplicate this down this side here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that white, wrap it around. Then the green we're going to take, wrap that around as well. So what you end up with is you end up with a set of eyes, like so. Now this white piece we do not need, so we'll just break that off. The green one we're going to bring back up and we're going to go around the head with it. So we'll bring this back up and around like that. And we're just going to take it and stretch it to go around its head. And then we're going to wrap it right around those 2 bubbles in that pinch twist once or twice, just to get it to stay. So you end up with this. And then we have our round balloon. Take our round balloon and we're just going to take the nozzle of it and twist it right in there. Tie it in, whichever. Wrap it around a couple times. And you end up with a face. Like so. Now next we're going to make the body. The body is going to be done just a little bit different than we've done before. We've done a simple body on the last 2 designs that we did. This time we're going to make it a little bulkier. Actually, we're going to start with a small pinch twist here. This is where we're going to connect the head. The body, you can make it as big or as short as you want it. We're going to make ours about a 6-finger bubble. We're going to bring it back, and we're going to wrap it right in here with this pinch twist. Sometimes you get a little squeeze, soften it up a little bit. So we end up with this. We're going to bring this back down, and we're going to make the bubble just about the same size. And for this, we're just going to push it through. To do that, kind of pull it apart, push it in the middle like so. Okay? Then we'll take this balloon, and we're going to bring it back one more time to match it, just like that. So you end up with something like this, 4 bubbles. And then for the last twist, we're actually going to do one more, bring it back across. And this one, you can see it probably needs to be just a little bit longer because we want it to line up with this here. And for this one, what I'll do is I'll twist it. Then take this, I'm actually just going to pull this one through. And then just kind of lock that in place there. So you end up with this. This is going to be the tail, so I'm just going to put a pinch twist right here at the end to hold that in place. And then we'll shape the tail at the end when we're done. Okay. So now you end up with something that looks like this. We'll take our head, and we're going to attach our head here. Just wrap it around, just enough so it doesn't come off, come apart. So you end up with this. Now to do the legs, what we're going to do on the legs, we're going to start off by making 2 legs however long you want them. So make 2 sausage bubbles here, twist them together like this, pass them like that. Make sure that's how big you want them. Ours will be a little bit shorter. So we're just going to take this and wrap it around a pinch twist. Like that. So you end up with the legs like this. Then at the bottom here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to make 4 flower petals, and that's going to be for the feet. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll make them all relatively the same size. Then we're going to make the back legs. To do that, make them about the same size as the front. If you're running on a balloon, you can make them a little bit shorter. So we'll take that, and we're going to wrap this around this pinch twist like so. And then we want to tie this in here. My balloon is getting pretty tight there, so what I'll do is I'll twist out a small bubble like that. And just simply take that small bubble and wrap it around that flower petal there. And you end up with this guy here, like so.